side. B play happening right now. Nekkers, he's going to be in some hot heat.
Oh, he has those Julies, though, able to at least get one. May not realize the second player is here, and Barton snaps on that. That's the bomb dropped as well in Shadow, but a beautiful long-range P250 headshot from Shock will keep them at bay. Still so much time left on the clock, but it's more that bomb drop that's the problem here for Sinners.
Yeah, they've got a smoke and a flash to utilize as well. Dumao playing ring around the rosy in middle, Oscar is going to say, should be able to catch it off guard. But when there's a frag in middle, there's a trade towards water. Lato and the Julies this time able to pick up another. Now himself and coldzera 2v2. Plenty of util for this Sinner side. And as you say, so much time in pocket. They can take their time with this.
And they absolutely should as well. Try and play some mind games. See if they can cauterize one of these players, cordon them off, and 2v1. But for the time being, though, some shenanigans being tossed in with a smoke. It shields the drop sound of Oscar. So he's going to be moving in now to Shadows. Picked up the bomb. Just shy of 40 seconds. The first kill goes with Oscar.
Yeah, 20 seconds to go from mid to A. Heaven is where Nekkers stands. He's the only A defender, the sole guardian of the A site. But as you say, the clock winding down, they've got to run.
He knows now exactly where they are. First kill goes with Nekkers.
I'm wondering what the game plan's going to be. Head in the smoke. It is millimeters away from the Lato crosshair, and he will connect. Oscar going to make his way through towards Dark as well. Lato backs up. Perfect timing for the bomb to slip through. How much damage can this combination find towards B?
Oh, they need kills so desperately bad. Even if Lato dies, though, coldzera should be baited in to a pretty solid position. Minimal damage has been inflicted, but coldzera holds his line. Oscar susses him out, checks the angle, but the timing's ollie down, falls back. Smart decision. Allows coldzera now to move in, but Lato's been found and fragged through the smoke. And with Zedco taking control over Dark, they can systematically shut down this site. There is a fast rotation around the back, but Oscar is there waiting to deliver the fatal blow. Drops the hammer on Dumao, but may not have spotted that Nekkers, the star player of the start of these 5 rounds, is still alive, still kicking. And coldzera had his chance, but didn't take it, and has been punished. And now Nekkers in a very difficult position. I mean, the chances of clutching this are so very small, but maybe his idea is their economy is low. I'll just hide here, try and take a couple of players with me. Nearly missed out on that opportunity. Should be shutting him down. He's waiting for a second player to peek around. But it's all about damage limitation now. How much can he dish out to retrieve the orb? But they've lost the first player. And with so much time left on the clock now, it's going to spread Legacy out that little bit thinner. They have no control over middle whatsoever. And Dumao's just gone down to the hands of Shock, who's going to push straight through, removes Nekkers, and the 8 site is open for business.
This has got to be a save out of Barton and Lato. Can't buy either of these weapons in the next round. Nobody has the money to do so. This player, 46.50. He can buy an AWP, maybe drop a rifle as well, but that's going to be it for the next buy. That's where Legacy need to step up, and they shall not do so. 2 for 1. coldzera, the only man to walk away with enemy blood against the wall. Lato, Barton, Dumao, 3v4. They've got decisions to make.
Yeah, dude, do they get aggressive? Do they sit back and wait? They do have a component of Dumao on the site, but they've lost Lato. A site does have some control, and it feels like Barton's going to have to thread the eye of the needle if he wants any hope of clutching this one or putting it into a clutchable position for Dumao later on. Now, time is still plentiful for the T's, and they have the bomb under control back towards the spawn. Barton, oh, he's been spotted. That is round done. That should happen. So this may not be good enough for Legacy. They've huffed. They've been close a couple of times. And although Dumao will put one casualty down, his position is now known, and he's lost half of his...
Zera. Great start, 4v5 Sinners. Been a while since they've had to work on the back foot. Nade flash combination into the smoke. That is a brilliant set piece. One that is rehearsed from Legacy and delivers for exactly what they needed. 2 quick kills. Smoke comes back up. Oscar forced even further back by use of even more HE. B-Stick and Oscar now left in a tricky one. 2v5, minute left to spare. We've got the time. We've definitely got the money to go for it. The problem is, do we fancy ourselves in a scenario like this one?
And you cannot let this round slip if you are Legacy. This would be unforgivable. Unacceptable. As you said, that set play, rehearsed to perfection, yields the result they were looking for. But this is where you've got to put this map to rest. You've got to put this round to bed comfortably. B-Stick not checking his angles gets punished. Had his eyes trained over onto Dark. Oscar knows where he is, but a flash comes through. And misses, and Flash is also connecting on top of him, but his eyes have now cleared away. Zedco, The target gets sprayed down from Dumao, but coldzera runs out into the open and gives his life away. In a 3-on-1, Dumao is going to go long-term, long-con rotation, and that allows Sinners to get the plant down.
So much time bought. Quertz is definitely going to have heard the slosh of the water as well. Another flashbang thrown in. This one, not so much to peek, but just to delay. Sinners able to capitalize. Pistol round, CT side. What can Oscar do?
That's the fallback for now, though. Keep his angles open. He's just falling away from the side. If he can get any kills from here, this would be massive for his teammates, who are now in hot pursuit, rotating around the back of CT spawn. He's going to have some help. Some cavalry has arrived from Shock. Zedko opens up the first kill for his team, and Quertz goes in one better. Out into the open comes Barton, and Shock is there to deliver 2 fatal blows. Suddenly down to Nekis, who's got to try and clutch again, and Zedko will deny that. Both pistol rounds going the way of Sinners as they steamroll to a 9-4 lead, and that could be a very difficult loss to deal with your legacy. They do have the luxury of a little bit worse and more tentative. Barton's lost his life through a middle. There is the man, though. coldzera puts down Quertz, gives them an angle to push out from, and they're going to try and jump on this with both arms. But they're going to have to deal with Oscar, who's kept himself in the shadows. And he has such a good cross as well. He should be good to get at least 1 kill. Opens it up for his teammates to come through now. Oscar's lost his life, but here is B-Stick with the last one. He's put a Molotov down. He's baiting them. He's saying, listen, if you want this, you're going to have to push through fire and flames and take a whole bunch of damage. And that's exactly what's happened. Shock picks up the first, but look at the health bars. They've all dwindled and depleted. Barton, coldzera both low, but Lato comes in with the SMG. Sprays down and deals with Shock. The Czech player has to sit on the bench for a little while, whereas teammates try and retake this site, but they're playing this one very carefully. They know Oscar has to rotate through, and now with some utility at their disposal, they can go for that retake.
Made a little too deep to try and catch off any damage onto Lato. Flash thrown in. Player in heaven caught blind, but Zedko isn't on his own. B-Stick's here to try and reassure him. Good start, 3v3. Molly tick hurt, Quertz with another 2v3, but low HP bars could be the compromise. It could be the round-winning maneuver, but Oscar and B-Stick both with frags. There's even been a TK. He's throwing his knife around like nobody's business. And so an extra casualty than rookie. You say, what could be our last round here on Anubis? It starts, at least with the Barton opener. Oh, I expected Oscar a lot more ready for a fight like that one. Instead, blows open the smoke. 2 players, shoots between. An indecisive maneuver from York. Drop down into water. coldzera reads it. And one by one, Sinners just funnel into the crosshairs of Legacy.
And this is also where that team kill and the last round could actually start to play against Sinners. I mean, you look at their money. They came into this round with an MP9. Zedko, very low money. Shock, nothing. Quertz, nothing.
Opportunity yet. 4 M4s, 1 MP9. Zedko aggressive towards B.
Oh, that flash hits Barton, but he still trails across and takes the head. A very important kill. That could have been a complete and utter disaster, but it could still swing that way. Dumao comes back, but it's another kill for the Czech team, and Zedko puts him in the lead. Another frag as Dumao goes down to the hands of Oscar, and it all falls on coldzera. AWP in hand. 2 players are very low, but that's unconfirmed damage. And Shock is fully healthy, and he has no idea as to where these pesky CTs currently reside. It's looking like it could be over here for Legacy, barring a miracle coldzera clutch.
It would just be vintage coldzera, though, wouldn't it, if he could pull it off? 3 players, and as you say, all 3 of which sit in the dark. We don't know where anyone is. He knows where Shock is.
It comes down to timing now. As soon as going to go looking, it looks like we're going to have a clash of these 2 Titans down on Banana, as Shock is going to go around through first with his P2000, spots 2 players completely unawares, but unable to really seal the deal. And a 2-for-1 trade goes in favor of Legacy.
This is difficult, though, because there's still bodies on site. There's still 4 players pushing in towards B, but 2 players on the CT side they're going to have to deal with.
Oh, they don't look the angle. They had no idea there was a 3rd player there. And that has cost them dearly. A 2v2 as Dumao's trying to hold off the bomb plant right now. Bodyguard. Successful bomb plant has come into fruition, and Oscar hiding in the smoke. Taking the silencer off the USP, interestingly. Trying to put that down range. He knows where Dumao is, and Zedko's coming in from the side. This next kill could be so important. Smoke in the eyes, though, of the CTs as they look to push in. Dumao is back to the wall. coldzera taking tons of damage through the smoke and has finally been put down and laid to rest as Dumao can deny the bomb plant, using that smoke to perfection. And Zedko completely unsure as to what the hell is going on. Dizzy's been spinning around so many different angles, and it looks like he's wasted enough time now, as although Dumao goes down, there's only a couple of seconds, and Sinners couldn't do anything about it. And another flash comes in, forces Oscar off the angle. Not rapidly pushing behind this, anticipating a re-peek in as Coldzera. Eagle Eyes train towards quad. The two AWPers, unbeknownst to them, are in a bit of a deadlock. The Shadow's been spotted. Oscar wants this kill. You can see the veterancy of the player, though he doesn't get overzealous and push out too aggressively. Falls back for 2 kills, and Coldzera, audacious wide swing, will get the better of Oscar, but the damage has already been done. Mac-10 spray in very awkwardly. But Lato gets one before he's dropped, and now Coldzera switching from the AWP to the AK, looking to wind back the years. All 4 of them full HP and primary premier weapons. It's going to be hard to see how Legacy get in here with only a flashbang for Nekis. It's going to have to be perfectly placed, and the timing is going to have to be on point as they wrap around from the arches. Beastic, what do you have up your sleeve? He needs help from Zedco. That help will be forthcoming now, and it should be just laying this one down to rest, but Coldzera, his second deke in the round, gives them a real chance at this 2-on-2.
Oscar's trying to give his best Coldzera impression as well, but he's got the AWP in his primary slot. Brings it out of his pockets, ready to go. Problem is for this Legacy side is because it was so panicked and rushed, both of these players on site, so Sinners know that they can lock this one in. We've held the cross the whole time. They can't get out. A dink connects for Dumao. So shock low, no Bogdan's Law. Oscar wants him to play bait. The switch is there, but oh my god. Dumao hits another. It's 4 shots between them. Feels like towards B. It's sold the play completely. And the nice thing is, it's a decoy. Lato bought some space towards long. He'll be hearing the rotate coming in from Oscar. Should be screaming right now to his 2 teammates on short to be careful for it because someone's going to be hurt. It's Oscar more so than Coldzera, but a tag has been made. One plant will go down 3v2. Sinners now met with
They did nothing and got punished. Counter flashes thrown in, but Legacy are backing out to go back up Banana, where there are smokes.
Oh,
and Beastic is trying to fall back desperately. It looks like he'll be able to do so. Regression down the middle as well. Legacy have got to get this one done quickly. Otherwise, they're going to be wrapped around on the back. Beastic may land damage, but no kills come with it.
Oh, but Quirtz. He could be in for a monster play. There's your one. Bomb denied. Saw the arm of Coldzera as well. But he knows it's the T side. They're going to have to go push him from the man up to the man down. Legacy have got their work cut out for them.
They do. They have to push in here. They know there's players. How many, though? That's Quirtz. That's the assailant. They don't know there's a second player in here, and that's allowing Zedco to hold in position to get a better angle. Dumao is stuck in such an awkward position right now, and Coldzera only has the AWP to follow him up. May have the bomb, but it's going to have to go in for the plant. Tickles it, draws them out into the open. Smoke tossed in to cover off the Banana side. Needs this kill into Zedco, but decides to fake again. He's being whittled away through the smoke, and they're in an awkward position. They both have premier rifles, though. They can hold this one down.
Nekis, good damage, but how does he win that gunfight on Quirtz? And even then, Zedco gets volleyed out of pit, and he still lives to tell the tale. 2 players left for Legacy, and there will be no Legacy in this round because this is a Sinners-dominated performance. Beastic from behind, Barton up front. He's going to have to do action. But Legacy disinterested towards A, more focused towards B. It's a lot of damage, but no frags.
Oh man, I bet Beastic just smacked his table so hard. He did so much damage, but nothing in terms of reward. And Quirtz tries to get aggressive down mid again, but they've read the script. They've seen this before play out, and they're not allowing him to have that same level of impact. This leaves Shock alone. Smoke down to CT spawn. We'll cover that one off, but he's hiding behind it. He's saying, right, if you want to push B, you're going to have to come through me first. I will live or die on that call. Aggression from Oscar, but Lato was sat there waiting in the boiler, and that's going to bait away the players. Shock is no longer there. He gave away his position, assuming this was an A hit. That's not the case, and now they're going to have to go in for a retake, but 2 players so very low. It is still winnable for Sinners.
Now, a little less so, unless Shock can pull out more.
A bit of damage has been done to Barton, but no kills so far. This kind of range, the CTs should typically prevail, even if they're against a P250. And that is Shock that's now going to be running up the Banana side. They're not sure if there's any players here on B, but they're actually going to be wrapping around very quickly. They've got plenty of time, of course. They need to dot their I's and cross their T's. Otherwise, that could be the round falling. And Lato now shows his hand. Quirtz snatches it away. And the Glock up close for Zedco in this position in Church could be so very deadly. They have to tread so lightly here as he's going from strength to strength, from headshot to headshot, and he's not stopping anytime soon. So many kills for Zedco, and finally... Level of Counter-Strike, though, you know, you're going to give Oscar a chance, he's going to take it. Meanwhile, Barton Gets gifted that one. Missed shot from coldzera's AWP doesn't matter as Barton doubles up, but they're trying to fall back. Quirtz had a chance, but it was a brief millisecond opportunity, unable to seal the deal. But Oscar comes back with a second, and now Arches will be under control from the T's, and they have decisions to make here, and that forces coldzera out into the open. Down he goes with Barton, and suddenly them. 4 players looking for a waterfall, perhaps, even with an AWP, but they're already bypassing into pit. Now, Nekis in the quad position, they're going to assume that somebody at least is over here. And that's really wrecked Barton because he's now stuck in apps. He's going to have to walk into the crosshairs of Oscar, and he will not miss. An unorthodox passage of play, but it's completely wrecked the Brazilians.
Nice shot from Beastick as well, just plucking Neckers out of the sky.
They're in that one and done position, take the shot, fall back to his teammate, who stood right next to him in the form of Nekis. I'd be very surprised here, Retro, if Legacy let this round slip. This would be a complete disaster if it happened.
I don't know what coldzera is doing here. He's rotating to B when they've got top banana presence. No need to overshuffle. They've lost an early man. Beastick needs to win that gunfight though and doesn't. Or in apps heard, and the rifle on short spotted. Shot running in, but coldzera drops the carrier. Oscar left alone 1v4, 10 seconds left. I don't think he'll get out with his life. If he does, fair play. Or finds another before he escapes towards the tier pop.
In the exact same position he was in the previous round, with the exact same setup as well. Wide swing in, not anticipating a second player, but it's an even trade. Now goes firmly in favor to Sinners. If you're in that spot, you cannot miss that op shot.
Neckers, though, could make amends for this mistake. One drops out. Now he's got to be a little more cautious because elevation's a factor that he's going to have to deal with. Tucks up close. He's buying time for rotates, but the problem is there's not enough of it. Flashbang good. 2v3, and Lato, he runs through the smoke. There's a lurk towards B. That's what the next minute and 20 is here to decide. Quirtz, slow, contact heavy, out of the boiler room, and oh my god, Lato deleted. 2 players on site. The Neckers Barton combination must defend from all. There is a rotate. Dumal's coming in, but it might just be a too little too late type of scenario. Barton's going to slip towards the big pit. Everyone's still playing in and around brackets. This is so dangerous from Dumal. Oscar's found another. This is it.
Oh, you can tell how badly he wanted to push that smoke, but he also knows that if he's unsuccessful, that's the round done. That's the game done, and Oscar gets him anyway. Maybe he should have just gone hell for leather and just pressed W and see what happens. Because now playing in this reactive style of Counter-Strike has not worked out for Legacy. coldzera may be able to muster up one, but now they know where one of the 2 players are. And considering that Barton has typically been an apps player, it stands to reason he'd be on the site. They've quelled him. Quirtz gets another one, moves to 17 frags, and